Hey guys, in today's video we're gonna see how to restrict the access to API endpoints in PHP using the EasyApiToken package. This package will allow us to use multiple authentication mechanisms such as BasicAuth, API keys, or even JWTs. To work, this package requires to use PSR7 request, so you can use any library to do that, or we recommend to use the Easy PSR7 factory package from EonX-com. Let's start by installing those packages in our Symfony project. So the Easy PSR7 factory and the EasyApiToken. Once the packages are installed, we need to manually register the bundles. At the time of recording that video, there's no Symfony recipes for those packages, unfortunately, but we are aiming to see them in the near future. The packages are installed, the bundles are registered, so let's start by decoding a BasicAuth token in our controller. To do so, we need a Symfony request, we need the EasyPSR7 factory to convert the Symfony request to a PSR7 one. So let's use the PSR7 factory, create a request, and we give the Symfony request as an argument. Once we have a PSR7 request, we need an ApiToken decoder. Let's use the decoder factory provided by the package to create the decoder. So this factory has a build method, and the build method accepts a string. This string is the name of the decoder we want to use. It comes from the configuration. So let's create the EasyApiToken configuration, decoders, and we register the basic decoder. Copy paste that name into the debug controller to build that specific decoder. Now let's decode the token. Using the decoder, decode, and we give the PSR7 request. Let's add some code to dump that token into the profiler, and let's try it out. We go to Postman, we send our first request, we go to the profiler, and we can see that we have a null. Okay, we have null because we didn't send any BasicAuth with the request. So let's add a username and a password. We send the request again, and let's check it out. Oh, yes, now we have a BasicAuth token with the username and password. So this token is a PHP object that we can use in our application to make decisions, such as if the token is a BasicAuth, we're going to return a different response. The message this time is going to be something like BasicAuth. Let's go back to Postman, let's send a request, and let's see. Yes, BasicAuth response. Good, so we know how to decode BasicAuth. Let's see how we can decode user API keys. Go back to the configuration and add the user-API key decoder. This decoder is provided by the package as a built-in decoder, no configuration required, and we can just swap it in the controller. Let's add a new if statement to return a different response for API keys. And this time the message is going to be API key. Let's go back to Postman. Let's send our request. Before that we change, we set an API key, and we send the request. Yay! The message is API key. Let's go to the profiler and let's check. We have a different object. So now that we know how to decode BasicAuth and API key, let's see how we can decode both for the same endpoint. So let's go to the configuration and let's use the built-in chain decoder, and we give him a list of decoders, which is basic and user API key. Let's use this decoder in our controller, and let's try to send a request again. We send an API key, we get an API key back, we send a BasicAuth, and we get a BasicAuth back. Yes. So with only 3 lines of code, we are now able to decode multiple API tokens for the same endpoints. In a future video, we are going to see how we can decode JWTs using the Auth0 service.